a nail into the coffin of this whole Aero Solar fiasco because it's just so easy to do based off of what she swore under penalty of perjury, right? Like repeatedly, maybe 3 times here, in this 8-page statement alone. So here's count number 1, right? I mean, let's see, we can use like preview to mark up. Okay. Then here's count number 1. Okay. Oops. So 1. Okay. Here's 2. There's 3. Okay. So that's 3 sworn statements that were false, materially false, because whether there were actually any threats plays a vital role in meeting the legal criteria required by Californian civil stalking and harassment statutes, the actual statutes, right? I mean, criminal stalking and harassment statutes are more severe, so we'll just go with civil for now, and I can show you that I don't meet civil criteria for either of these, so I mean, you can look at criminal yourself later if you want. But, so civil, this is penal code, criminal stalking. Civil code establishes the tort of stalking. Laws and issues civil remedies against. Oh, okay. So this is torts law. This isn't. So there's only criminal stalking. It's defined as willfully, maliciously. I mean, let me go with civil stalking first. Right? This is tort law. This isn't enforceable unless she sues. But it has to meet all 3 elements, right? And one of them is a credible threat. There were no threats. We'll soon go over that point like a billion times because there's only 8 pages of this, and it's just so easy to do. Anyway, so I don't meet the credible threat requirement for civil stalking under California law. Under California Penal Code stalking, I don't meet the credible threat again requirements because it has to defined as willful, maliciously, repeatedly following or harassing another person combined with making a credible threat to intended to place that person in reasonable fear, their safety or the safety of the media. So, like, it seems like I didn't do any of this, but they read the statute and then they just started lying under oath. And that had obviously material impact if that was considered by the judge, which it should have been because it's a requirement to meet the statutory requirements, right? So there's no threats, and then the harassment wasn't even like knowing and willful because it's hard to explain amphetamine poisoning, but a person is really unable to make rational thought. And I never actually thought, hey, I'm going to intentionally occasionally torment, terrorize, or even seriously alarm. I may have subconsciously tried to annoy her a little. I mean, that was truthfully what was going through my mind, but it's not important because I failed the threat criteria here, right? Oops. So let's go with California. Criminal harassment requires a credible threat again. Oh, look, that word keeps popping up, right? These people are like disgusting. And then it has to be willful, malicious, and repeated. Okay, so willful again is hard to establish, I think, for them. I'd be happy to upload all of the iMessage exports publicly, and then you can decide for yourself whether any of it was willful or displayed a pattern of willful behavior beyond a reasonable doubt. But again, it's just the threat criteria. That's the only one that they rely on, and then they lie about, and then they it tortures it really, whatever. So it also requires intent, which again, I'm arguing that I had none, and I'd be happy to upload all of it, and then people can decide for themselves whether I displayed intent beyond reasonable doubt or not. So, civil harassment under California is defined as unlawful violence, credible threat of violence. Again, the threat just keep coming up here, right? Or a willful conduct directed at another person that seriously annoys, alarms, or harasses them with illegitimate purposes, causing substantial emotional distress. So, let's see. What are all of the requirements? So, so 1527.6. Yeah. Okay. So, course of conduct. Okay. So, person is severed. Harassment. Okay. Blah blah blah. Okay. Okay. Course of conduct. Credible threat of violence. Harassment is unlawful violence. So they define harassment as unlawful violence, a credible threat of violence, or knowing and willful course of conduct directed at a specific person that seriously annoys, harasses, person serves no legitimate purpose. Right. So the course of conduct must be that which causes a reasonable person to suffer substantial emotional distress, and actually causes substantial emotional distress to the petitioner. So that part I'd like to challenge as well. So, so she signed her CH-110 on July 25th. July 25th, right? I swear I'm done with this after I drafted and file it because it's idiotic. I don't want to spend my time doing this. So, all of the stuff that she alleges occurred before July 25th. Where is oh, here. Okay, let's jump to that part later. But here's a contradiction and an act of perjury. She's claiming that there should be no filing fee because she's alleging threats to use violence meet the legal definition of stalking, which we just went over, or acted in a way that somehow makes her reasonably fear violence, right? So she's claiming that. But earlier in the same petition, she also claimed that this person used or threatened to use a gun or any other weapon. She claimed no. So what, like... Okay, let's review the civil stalking statute. Like, what is she talking about here? If she claims that I never threatened to use a weapon, is she claiming that I threatened to like what? I don't understand what she's talking about when she's alleging threats. Like, is she alleging that I threatened to like go to like Twitch's office and beat her up or something? Like what logical possibilities remain? I don't know, but. So again, the stalking statute requires a credible threat, so that fails, right? So the only legal statute that she could be relying on here is the existence of threats, which there weren't any. Okay, anyways. So I discovered all these like Medium articles from members of the Twitch community who claim to be her defenders, right? In July, and I believe I texted them to her, probably, or definitely tweeted about them, and who knows how she. I mean, I think Twitch Trust and Safety got involved. It was a little obvious, but I have no idea if she. How she doesn't disclose how much information she obtained from my public tweets, right? Or from the articles from her Twitch community, or from conversations that she had with Trust and Safety in an organization. But that doesn't matter. The truth of what happened, and I believe I could prove it too with like iMessage sent before July 23rd. Was that I discovered like all of this garbage sometime in July, and then I like texted her about it, and then like these morons caused so much anxiety for me that I felt like I needed to abuse more amphetamine to be able to defend myself in response. So I sort of just wrote whatever the hell I wanted to write under like those conditions of mental awareness and sent them. So that explains everything here, right? Um, okay. So let's see. Uh, so I mean, their community accuses me of I believe harassing Pokemon or something. When I called out her fraudulent contract, uh, they're claiming that I took her contract too literally because, well, was it disclosed? Anyways, I mean, here's Twitch's terms of sale. Honestly, English is my second language, but so I'm not sure if my like comprehension abilities is sufficient enough to understand the legal criteria of using Twitch. But um, let's see. They promise to disclose ancillary benefits, right? Uh, Twitch and services. Twitch may offer certain ancillary products and services in connection with the Twitch services on a subscription basis, right? Is this a subscription product? Yeah, it was, right? Okay. As disclosed to you when you subscribe to any subscription service. So is this disclosed to you when you subscribe? Okay. So that's the legal documents that Twitch wrote. Okay. Then what they forced users to agree to when users use their service, right? And then they also say that broadcaster offered benefits may elect to offer whatever as ancillary products or services, including subscription services. Broadcasters offer benefit is solely the obligation of the broadcaster offering them, and Twitch bears no responsibility for it. So I mean, so under Twitch's terms of sale, they claim that ancillary benefits are clearly disclosed, and that that they claim that Twitch bears no responsibility for fraud committed by their broadcasters. I'm actually arguing that they provided material support to their broadcasters because Pokemon is a partner to Twitch, and I believe she signed additional contracts beyond the traditional, the basic partnership or whatever agreement, right? Anyways, whatever. So I just read some English and put this on here and then complained about this fraud, right? Because it's right here in English, right? So, okay. So I like to create a little bit of a backstory that made sense, and these people just keep running with it. But okay, so I offered a encouraging comment when was I even talking about her publicly? I tweeted that she would do great in life, and then her defenders claimed that uh, I shouldn't be saying anything because people don't like. No, not people, just women. They only claim that women don't like stalkers, drug addicts, and people who abuse women. Interesting. This is gonna get very interesting in the future. But okay, so there's not much here. So one thing I like to point out is that there's a great creator on YouTube named John Hammond. He does a lot of enlightening, like introductory cybersecurity, cyber threat videos. So I don't know why I was arguing with these morons on Twitter, but I believe I claim that his. Oh, what does this guy claim? Oh, so I claim that his content was not scripted, which means it wasn't following a screenplay, right? What's a screenplay? Like, stupid. Like, people are so fucking retarded. Like, does John Hammond follow scripted, like, screenplays and his YouTube videos? So while he may prepare outlines or notes to ensure clarity of thoroughness, his delivery appears to be natural and conversational, suggests that he did not strictly adhere to a scripted screenplay. This approach allows him to effectively share his experience and insight with his audience, right? So, I mean, like, I'll just like briefly look at it. Okay. Okay. So let's see. It's an interesting one. I mean, okay. Oh, okay. Whatever. I just this is the last one I watched. So is this scripted? Like, no.
S plural.
He's coding
forgive me
it
there.
live,
But
right?
now let's build out another asynchronous function.
So he's obviously not. He doesn't have a screenplay of what he's gonna write line by line. So it's not scripted, right? But this moron has to claim that I made myself look stupid to not be able to tell the difference between scripted and non-scripted content. Like, is he a fucking Twitch fan or something? What problem does he have with like content creation jokes? He contradicts himself. Yes, he might get the odd things. I mean, it's not like getting it wrong. It's called being human, not being able to type everything perfectly all the time, right? Like, anyway, just another personal insult based off of a false premise, and Twitch likes to make a lot of those in order to establish their, grounds for personal insults, and I believe they deserve to be exposed. So I think I was going to touch on one other Medium article. Pull it up real quick. All right. I mean, so when dealing with large amounts of like criminal assholes who are obviously immoral, that the entire world could see, I believe there are very easy solutions to these problems, and I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but I mean, whatever. So, okay, so let's see. Again, this person who is named Justice for Samantha, referring to Aero Solar, claims that I've been criminally stalking her, or at least civilly stalking her, because I did what? Saved all her images and videos to my computer and synced it. Oh no. So, like, okay, so I believe he was referring to this script, right? Which calls the Twitch API. It gets all the streams of a particular streamer, and then it downloads them 10 threads at a time. I think there's like 10 or so Aerosolar streams that I saved, so this must have finished in like 20 minutes or something. And then I synced them to my cloud storage. Oh no! So he's accusing me of violating either criminal or civil stalking statutes because I used this script. Like probably 20 lines if you just write the part for this. And he's claiming that I need legal intervention and the police needs to be made aware of the amount of evidence of stalking and abuse. So what evidence did he refer to? Plus, the alarming image which showed that he had stalked a poor woman, saved a lot of social media and video. So I ran this script, I saved it on cloud storage, and the police needs to be made aware of this evidence. Interesting. They're saying that I live in Burlington, Massachusetts, and that If you know who to contact to help him, please reference these Medium articles and his Twitter as he needs help. So what do they mean by help? I believe that's a threat. Is this a threat? That sounds like a threat. Let's compare this to... Oh, did we go through all of the 8 pages yet? Okay. So, sorry. So it's very easy, right? So is there a threat here? No. 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 Nope. 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 What else is there? Nope. 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 And that's it. But her community is claiming that if you know who to contact to get him help, please reference these Medium articles and his Twitter as he needs help. So what do they mean by that? Can they at least be honest in about anything? Because that is so fucking sad if they lack the basic integrity to tell the truth about what they're doing. Anyways, so her lawyers, I think, put the nail in her coffin. Her lawyers claim that in support of her petition, Aerosol produced evidence of sexually explicit threatening and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so Aerosol only produced one piece of evidence, Exhibit B, Declaration of Samantha Briasco Stewart. This is the only piece of evidence, right? And, okay, we can go through these 8 pages again. No threats, no threats. No threats, no threats, no threats, no threats, no threats. No threats, no threats, no threats. I mean, like, I need, like, a bot to, like, say this on YouTube over and over again, but, I mean, I'll upload this on the YouTube link so people could look at the 8 pages themselves. So there were never any threats, despite 3 instances of perjury here and 1 here. That's contradicted by here. So there's 4 on her statements. There are 2 separate statements, both governed by California's perjury law. This is the CH-120 form and then her Exhibit B, 8-page statement plus exhibits, right? So there's 3 in her statements and then 3 counts of perjury for the threats part alone, and then 1 count in her CH-120, right? I'm also accusing her of another count of like provable perjury in her false accusations that she blocked my iMessage when she actually didn't, and as a result, she like lied to the courts about whether it was consensual or not, and whether I actually made new accounts to text her when she blocked me. So it's raises questions of whether she was consensually receiving this stuff, then lying about it, and then using it against me in court, right? So I'm almost finished with the draft for the motion to appeal, and that will be filed tomorrow. And after that, I think I'm done with this garbage because this is a waste of time. I really wish that things played out differently and none of this happened. I mean, I believe that it is important for people to at least attempt to make a positive change in society for Twitch overall. But there's no reason to drag this particular individual into this when I should have been fair for all Twitch employees, right? So that was my fault. But her actions, the actions of her lawyers, the actions of her corporation, the actions of her community really speak for themselves. And well, we will find out what happens here, because while this has been annoying for me to deal with, I believe it has produced a lot of tangible long-term benefits in terms of mental health, motivation, everything in between. So cool. All right, until next time.